Hello, friends. Today we will read a poem called I Am Nobody, Who Are You? The present poem is written by Emily Dickinson, who was one of the most celebrated poets of America. Emily Dickinson uh, loved privacy and she did not publish her poems when she was alive. Only a few poems were published, and more than 1800 poems were found after her death, and her sister published her all poems only after the death of Emily Dickinson. Emily Dickinson is compared to a greatest Vachanakarthi of Karnataka, Akka Mahadevi. ಎಮಿಲಿ ಡಿಕಿನ್ಸನ್ ಅವರನ್ನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಒಬ್ಬ ಪ್ರಭಾವಿ ವಚನಕಾರ್ತಿಯಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಅಕ್ಕ ಮಹಾದೇವಿ ಅವರೊಂದಿಗೆ ಹೋಲಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಾಗ್ತದೆ. ದ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಪೋಯಮ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನೋಬಡಿ ಹೂ ಆರ್ ಯು ಸೀಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಅ ಪೋಯಮ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಆಫ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. The poet begins, I am nobody, who are you? The first line of the poem states that the poet is nobody, and then she goes on asking the reader a question that is, who are you? Then she says, are you nobody too? Then there is a pair of us. Don't tell, they would banish us, you know. In the first stanza, the poet is asking an existential question of human existence. Whether the body is the real thing or the soul, and she is questioning the concept that man's existence on earth. She says, I am nobody. She may be telling, my body is nobody, but the soul that is there in me is the real thing, is the real me, she may be telling. Most often than not, humans are recognized because of their body or their physical appearance, but the soul that lies in us doesn't get recognition as much as it required. And the poet also may be talking about the people who seek public attention. And she is a kind of a woman who doesn't like attention. She doesn't like people talking about her, and she doesn't want to be in a hustling and bustling of the world. That's why she says, I am nobody. She may be telling, my body, I am not the body, she may be telling. And she asks the question to the reader, who are you? Then she asks the reader, who are you? Whether you are the body or the soul. And she makes an answer herself. She says, are you nobody too? Then there is a pair of us. She says, both of us are nobody. Then we can be good friends. She says, the people who believe in the existence of soul can only become friends with me, or the people who do not believe that the external beauty is important can become a good friend with her. And the people who like loneliness, who like tranquility may become her friends. Then she says, don't tell, they would banish us. Banish means expel. If you tell that if you tell to the society that you are not the body but you are the soul, the society will banish you, she says. The society will not accept if you talk about such revolutionary ideas. We all know what has happened to uh, Basaveshwara, 18th century, 12th century Vachanakara of Kannada. He too was talking about such things. He too was questioning about the very existence of human beings. That's why he was banished. The poet says, if we tell that the body is not me, if I tell that body is not me, but the soul that is there in me is me, the society will send me out of this society, and I may be standing out of context from this society. Then in the second stanza, she says, how dreary to be somebody. She doesn't want to be somebody. She wants to be herself. She wants to be nobody. It is bad to be somebody, she says. How public like a frog, she says. If we go on demanding attention, if all the people start talking about you, it is like a frog to tell your name the livelong day to an admiring bog. She says, if our name is used again and again by the people surrounded us, it is like an empty bog, she says. And she doesn't want to be recognized by the public. She doesn't want to get attention from the public. She wants to live a peaceful, tranquil life, keeping herself away from the buzzing world. And the poet may also be talking about the writers of her time. There were some writers who were trying hard to get recognition, to get attention, and to be in the news. The people, the poets, the writers who got their poems published or their writings published were always trying to be spoken about. They were always trying to be seeking public attention. And she talks about the inner tranquility that a person wants. If we go on seeking public attention, we will lose our privacy. And there were some writers who hired some ಹೊಗಳು ಭಟ್ಟಾಸ್ ಹೊಗಳು ಭಟ್ಟರು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹಿಂದೆ ರಾಜರ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಹೊಗಳಭಟ್ರು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ರಾಜರು ತಮ್ಮ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಬಿರುದು ನಾಮಾಂಕಿತಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿಸುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಶಿ ಸೇಸ್. I don't want to be spoken about by the people. I don't want any attention. I want to live a peaceful, a tranquil life, she says. And she says, what is the use if people go on talking about you like a frog? Meaningless things they talk about you, she says. And she also doesn't like people talking about her writings. She is of the opinion that I write whatever I write for my self satisfaction, but not for the critics to criticize, or but not for the people to talk about me and my poems. Thank you very much.